One of the features we're asked about most often on the newer smartphones is satellite navigation. So we thought we'd gather a few popular models and just run them through the paces on a local trip.
So the specific devices we'll be testing today are the BlackBerry Z10, the Apple iPhone 5, the Samsung Galaxy S3, the Nokia Lumia 820. And we'll be taking them all on the same journey, a trip from our Birmingham head office in B1 to a local landmark, Edgbaston Stadium. The Samsung Galaxy S3 satellite navigation test. Instantly the Google Maps application found our current location, and then we entered the search term, deliberately using Edgbaston Stadium as opposed to the specific Edgbaston cricket ground, just to see how it would handle that difference. As you notice here, even when getting the stadium address incorrectly spelled, the application quickly found where we intended to go to, and it was accurate in that regard. A slight pause in the downloading the maps for the mobile network, but then entering the Google Maps navigation application instantly got us the driving directions. We were then able to start our journey to Edgbaston Stadium. So the journey taken was the same journey 4 times, with each of the phones taking exactly the same parameters, that of Edgbaston Stadium, rather than the specific Edgbaston cricket ground. All devices pretty much got us here, but now we'll review the specifics about each of the different models. The Samsung Galaxy S3 performed very well, finding the destination from our entered search term, Edgbaston Stadium, very quickly. During the journey, the instructions were clear and precise, and when we wanted the device to move into landscape mode, it did it instantly and quickly. The BlackBerry Z10 satellite navigation test, instantly finding where we were was not a problem for the device, but it did refuse to rotate into landscape mode, which was our preferred method for driving in the city. The search term used again was Edgbaston Stadium, but this proved difficult for the BlackBerry to locate specifically, giving us a number of different options within and around the Edgbaston area, led us to have to hunt and peck and ultimately guess as to which location we were actually driving to. As we'd been there previously, we were aware, but we had to search and pinpoint exactly which one we wanted to choose for this particular journey. Once we'd chosen that particular location, selecting the drive option did bring up driving instructions, and we were then able to continue on with our test.
You have arrived at your destination.
The BlackBerry Z10. Initially the BlackBerry had difficulty in finding the location based upon the parameters that we entered, Edgbaston Stadium. It did lead us to have to actually hunt and find the actual location before we were sure of where we were going to, which obviously isn't great news if you're not familiar with the area. The BlackBerry Z10 also had difficulties. It wouldn't rotate into landscape mode during the actual driving itself, which was unfortunate because the landscape mode we felt was the preferred method for our city driving. The Apple iPhone 5 satellite navigation test. The mapping application quickly found our current location, and the search for Edgbaston Stadium presented a number of different driving options where we chose the fastest route possible. The application then instantly gave us driving instructions based upon that route. Quite instantly we were able to begin our journey to Edgbaston Stadium. The Apple iPhone 5 also performed very well, finding the correct location based upon our search parameters of Edgbaston Stadium almost instantly. The actual journey itself gave us a bit more feature, a bit more detail throughout the journey with the 3D mapping and also the landscape mode that was our preference. The Nokia Lumia 820 satellite navigation test, again finding our location was not a problem. Searching again for the same search term, Edgbaston Stadium, brought up a current location and also gave us our instant driving options. Within this solution, you can see more clearly exactly where we're going to in the rotated landscape view, and we're then able to continue on our journey to Edgbaston Stadium as before. The Nokia Lumia 820 performed very well, again finding the correct destination based upon our search parameter Edgbaston Stadium. Throughout the journey, the device could be rotated into landscape mode and gave us excellent 3D mapping throughout the journey. At the end of this very quick test and comparison, we feel that the Nokia Lumia 820 comes out on top. Features above and beyond all the other platforms include offline mapping and true Sat Nav features such as onboard battery indicator with an onboard speed indicator as well as audible speed limit alerts.